Welcome in, everybody! We are here ready to rock and roll and get into Haunted Mines. Also, as a side note, you know who's not bad at communicating and being a great, partner? Is Corsair. Corsair's a great partner. And you should check out everything at !Corsair. Haunted Mines will be map number 1. We got Team Russia on the left-hand side, Team Poland on the right. And we are getting on into map number 1 of this series. So it is Meta Madness style of draft. The heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps within this series. It's a best of 3. We got best of 3s all day. It should say it in the stream title. Indeed it does. Bandit, you're such a good boy. Sylvanas and Maiev will be banned away. They could be picked up in future maps of this best of 3, but of course, as I said, if they're played, they can no longer be played in the rest of the series. We're starting out on Haunted Mines, the unique map that we get to see in this tournament, which, funny enough, there's always like backlash from I think players and teams, like, ooh, I don't want to play in Haunted Mines, and it's just like, okay, just ban it out. There are no bans currently, and a lot of teams scrimmed on this map, and I do feel like there's a small percentage of players who are like, I do kind of enjoy playing on Haunted Mines because it's kind of new. Like, it's not super new, but it's one of those things that we don't get to see it in Heroes Lounge, NGS, many common tournaments. This map is not used. So I think there is a little bit of inkling from players like, well, you know, it is kind of nice to go back a little bit. Sylvanas and Johanna will be banned up by Team Poland. You've got your Maiev and Sergeant Hammer to be removed by Russia. So first pick over to the right side is going to be a Urel. Good control with Righteous Hammer, mobility as well with the Avenging Wrath. All in all, just a solid pickup at the start here.
Hoggle, hunt them down!
Junkrat and Hogger will be grabbed here on the left-hand side. I do love my Corsair products. I do need to do PSU, though, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm assuming you contacted them and they probably hooked you up. Corsair's pretty good about, like, if there's an issue with a product, they're pretty good at replacing it. I had that happen with some RAM, actually. It was a long time. When I was building this PC, I had some issue with some RAM, and Corsair was super cool about it. I basically just had to swap it out, and they were like, all right, yeah, you need to pay like a $50 difference, and we're all good to go. Oh, thank you, Ash Mantle. Yeah, there you go. How would a Twitch run? Small streamers get 80-20 split. That number decreases the bigger the streamer gets to help support small creators. That'd be great, Kaimo. That'd be great. Alrighty. So Deathwing was banned on the left-hand side. Deathwing ban, interesting. Okay. I mean, we are on the current patch with the Deathwing changes. I played Deathwing in an ARAM, and in like a 18-minute ARAM, we did get a lot of kills. And I was using Molten Flame as much as I could. We also had Azul to lock people down. I got like 1,400 stacks, and I want to say we had like 20-something kills. And you get 50 stacks per kill, and then you get 1 stack for the Molten Flame. Conflagration doesn't add extra stackage, by the way. Even though there is that persisting burning, which I thought, you know, in my head that would kind of make sense that you get more stackage from it, but... we do get a Malfurion interior on the left-hand side. High probability of a Tracer for Team Russia, I think. Ooh, the ETC Imposing Presence will be nice. If a Tracer's grabbed. I just think, like, Malfurion Tyrael, that's, like, really good buffs to Tracer. Even if you don't go into Swift Retribution, the movement speed buff is really nice. You could go into a Vala if you want to pick up something simple. I think some sort of auto attacker here is nice. You could go into a Mage with the Malfurion Innervate value, like Jaina or something, or even Gul'dan. You can get his Fel Armor against the Chromie, but it looks like it's going to be Hanzo.
Honor, redemption.
Alright, well, maybe Swift Retribution. I could see a Burning Halo as well. Burning Halo's pretty common. I think the level 1 might drive that level 7. Well, no, because I've seen Ardent Restoration with Swift Retribution as well, so we'll see how it all works out. Get your gambles in. Here we go. Yo, what's up, Zach? Good to see you, bud. They're resolving it, waiting for a new shipment date. They apologized and gave me a coupon for the next... Dude, see, as I'm saying, like, Corsair customer service is pretty freaking solid. Happy Saturday, everybody. We got 4 best of 3s today and tomorrow. So 8 best of 3s in total this weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you're having a great day. If you're watching here on Twitch, welcome on in. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for checking out the YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe over there so we can grow the YouTube channel and get some more scratch for Bandit. We gotta hit 1,000 subs over there to start kind of monetizing the channel, but we're growing a little bit. The latest patch video on the YouTube channel has gotten a lot of comments of, I thought this game was out of development. As they comment on a patch video. Not only that, I think I talk about the cadency of the patches as well in that video. Cadency? Cadence, I think. Thanks, Zach. We'll do it after this game. I might need a reminder. Alright, we got 45 minutes of ads out. No pre-roll for 50. We are ready to rock and roll. Happy Saturday. Left side, Team Russia. Right on the Malfurion, Panda on the Tyrael, Ubi Hogger, Mai on the Hanzo, and Player Junkrat. We've got a Poland on the right side. Bronik is going to be a Rhaegar. Birchu is the ETC. Ridzu is the Yrel. Sesabos is on the Greymane. And Alvarez will be playing the Chromie. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull away that. Let's get some vision here. And let's jump on into Haunted Mines map number 1. We do have Emerald Dreams. It is going to be your salvation for the Tyrael. The Hoggers Joggers at level 1. Extra wound timers. Colossal Totem. Simple Geometry. Deep Breathing. Viciousness on the Greymane. ETC Block Party. And a Dauntless Yrel. Steel Trap and Concussion Mine set up around the Siege Camp in the bottom lane. Those are oftentimes the main priority for lane push before or even during objective phasing. These sapper camps are extremely powerful on this map, and it does generate a lot of experience as well. As we do have Power Slide going on to Junkrat. He's going to use Concussion Mine, but Greymane, Razor Swipe will come in. ETC smacks with a giant axe. And Team Poland finds first kill in map number 1. Greymane Inner Beast is still active. You see the glow on his terminals, I guess you could call them, on his back, but also his paws or his gun have that sort of green glow with the skin. Bottom camp will go over the side of Poland. Can Poland invade the top camp? Hogger has a vertical bounce that's pretty decent. Looks like that will zone back Team Poland, and Russia does get the top side. We don't know where our objective is going to be spawning. Sappers do make their way into bottom, and a handful of damage with the minion wave almost takes down the secondary tower. Looking back into the top, though, you have your Sappers pushing up. They're getting a little bit low. ETC might face melt to create a little bit more space. Smite on the ground from Tyrael. Power Slide in. Connects on the Hanzo as well as the Tyrael. Greymane Razor Swiping, and this is Hogger. Hit with a Righteous Hammer. Yrel is going to mount up and head back to bottom. Bronik going to hit with Scatter for 9 stacks on the Hanzo. ETC will reset for full mana and HP, while Yrel, as I mentioned, and rotate to the bottom. She'll clear things out. And I think we're going to see a trade on both of these siege camps. Alright. A little bit faster on the left-hand side. No invade will be achieved. We do have the Sonic Arrow going out. Hanzo trying to poke with a Storm Bow, but will not be able to connect. It actually does get a scatter for another stack or few. Onto the Greymane. Level 4 coming through from both sides. Pretty equal. It is going to be chronic conditions for the Chromie for the speed debuff to enemies and speed buff to allies by 30%. For 3 seconds, right? Yep, we nailed it. Speed freedom, thick skin for the Greymane. With thick skin, if we might get unfettered, this might be sort of a Worgen build. I've been kind of seeing that. Like if we see thick skin, I've been seeing a lot of Greymane players lean into Wizened Duelist as well as the unfettered Assault, maybe Lord of his pack or even Tooth and Claw. But we'll see. It could honestly still just be Quicksilver Bullets and Inner Beast at level 13 as well for the speed. Panda J is trying to get out of here and will be able to do so. Smite on the ground. Does go into Divine Vigor if Smite hits an enemy material basic attacks within the next 4 seconds. Heal for 70% of the damage dealt. Good synergy with Ardent Restoration, but the Salvation will be the level 1, which increased the shield amount Tyrael gains from Righteousness by 35% and heal Tyrael for 183 health. If this shield is destroyed, it does not increase the shield amount gained by allies. Mines have opened up. The Risen Miner Skulls are being gathered by both teams. We do have a slight experience advantage on the left-hand side, even though they don't have the kill, but it looks like it's going to be minions and such. And this is going to be 20-44. A few members trying to get out of the mines. Greymane is very low. Tyrael jumps out as well. Greymane lunges in. Big time stop with that speed debuff. Ubi will be taken down. Team Poland might be able to take down Panda J as well. Ritsu almost gets the Righteous Hammer. The shield from Tyrael is going to work, or the Righteousness, sorry, is going to be able to save right there. Righteousness. Greymane is going to run right by the Tyrael. They want to get the Hanzo and will be able to do so. It is Team Poland. Will be gathering the most skulls, and they will have the stronger golem going into bottom lane, which, remember that sapper camp from bottom did weaken things, so the RNG of the spawn location is working out. The reason I say RNG is that you don't see the preview of these locations, as you do see them on the map shining right now. You don't see them until the objective is up and available. That's a concussion mine that Junkrat thought was going to allow them to back away, and it actually will. I thought Greymane Chromie would have enough to take down the Junkrat, but it won't be the case. Alvarez and Sensibles will continue to push bottom lane. They'll clear out the enemy sapper camp. DC looking for a flank on the left-hand side. Power slide onto Junkrat, but he gets the concussion mine activation. As we cycle through the other numbers to see what we got going on. Greymane didn't take a 7. We'll find out what he grabs later, as we actually might have a rotation in the top lane onto Ubi. No. Oh, wait. No, it's not. That scatter off the wall into Rhaegar chunked him for a good 50%. More poke from Junkrat with the grenades. This should be bottom lane fort taken down. I don't see too much being lost in top lane. Greymane Inner Beast, Yrel Righteous Hammer, pushing back the sapper camp. Back over in the bottom lane, ETC posturing. Maybe looking for an angle for a power slide, but oh wow, they're actually not going to be taking down the fort. That's really surprising to me. I thought with the Chromie artillery that would be enough to kind of poke at the enemies, but great clear from Team Russia.
Turn heroes.
Alright. 57 on the Sapper there. A minute 33 for Sapper in the top. Siege Giants over here being gathered. I don't think ETC will be able to grab this or steal it away. More scatters continue to poke here and there. Temporal loop on Tyrael. He gets the Aldruin's Might, and he does get the activation. The follow-up CC was pretty decent and threatening. Chromie will finish her deep breathing. Does have the Morbius loop at level 7. Did pick up her heroic, obviously, early with the Temporal loop. It is going to be Wisdom Duelist for the Greymane, so we'll maybe see that Unfettered Assault. Maybe Lord of his pack. There's actually a decent amount of slow values, or because it stuns and slows, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it stuns, roots, and slows? Lord of his pack is slowed, rooted, or stunned, yeah. Junkrat in bottom lane is going to be able to grab experience. ETC anchoring, I think best is the way to say it. I don't think he's really going to be stepping up. Alright, Chromie Time Trap is going to be discovered, will be cleared away. Sapper's being worked on. Next, Risen Miner, or Mine Opening, is happening in 20 seconds. The Golems will be swapping lanes, red on the top, blue on the bottom now. Heroic-wise, Tranquility, Ortopole, Judgment, Dragon's Arrow, Riptire. Dragon's Arrow going in, Righteous Hammer on the left, the Riptire comes out, Tyrael's taken down. He will be able to assist in some damage onto Yrel. Actually, that actually helped her health out. Sapper camp is... Did it... Oh, it looks like Ubi got it. Okay. I couldn't find the Sappers on the map. There we go. ETC's clearing them out. Moshpit Ancestral, Curse Bullet, Temporal Loop at Ardent Defender. And Junkrat throws down a Steel Trap right on the door, which is actually really hard to see right there. Augur in top lane is going to get hit with a hammer from Yrel as she Avenging Wraths back into the wave for clear. And the Risen Miners are going to be prioritized. Tyrael working on left side, ETC. They're going to try and collapse onto player. As, don't forget that Steel Trap. Power Slide finds him. Temporal Loop is there. Face Melt into the Chromie damage. Mosh Pit drop. Root from Malfurion will put ETC to sleep. Hanzo gets the natural agility, but Greymane has the auto attack to take down the Archer. And another double kill going over the side of Team Poland. 6-1 in kills. Team Poland looking cozy. For the Underworld boss, Relo's finishing out the smaller camp contingents. This is going to be another big golem over for Poland. Meanwhile, Hogger's going to push up in top lane. He gets some damage onto the fort. I was going to say, he does have the garbage fire at level 7 because I saw the burning action. The burning animation. Dragon's Arrow goes wide here. As the Temporal Loop will be activated on Tyrael. The Riptire coming in from Junkrat. Alvarez is very low. Panda J will be taken down. And Tyrael, Archangel Wrath will hit onto Bronick. And Yrel is going to be heading into top lane. ETC is just going to re-grab Vision that Hogger had tried to grab. Ubi lands right back next to ETC after the bounce. Portapult to the left-hand side as things are getting a little sketch. Junkrat in the bottom lane with their 28 golem to the enemy's 72. If you're curious about stats, here's the bottom lane blue golem. And comparing on the top lane. So it's about a 15,000 HP difference. I wasn't looking at the damage, but Yrel goes over the wall with the Avenging Wrath. Hanzo, natural agility. That was a weird animation. There's 13 talent here on the right side. That unfettered assault for Greymane is going to be picked up. Yrel coming in with the Avenging Wrath again. ETC did go encore. Big tidal waves for your Rhaegar. This should be top lane for it. You know, I said that about bottom lane, and here we sit with a 25% bottom lane, and it looks like it's going to be very similar in the top. Roaming damage is coming through. The Grave Golem is so close to taking this down, but it's going to be just shy of taking out the top lane for it. Still lower HP than bottom. Beerchu is going to be able to get the power slide to the side. And do you think we're going to be seeing traded camps over here? I don't. Well, Yrel might. No, she's not. Time Trap from Chromie. But no. Okay. Greymane in the bottom lane is going to push up the Sapper camp, see if they can get this onto the fort and take it down completely. This is going to be the next lane for the third golem of the map. And boom! Rel's going to manage top with Chromie. That'll get no siege value, but it does give experience, so there's that at least. Junkrat continues with his Concussion Mine build. Went into the Boom Pow, bogged down, has the Ripper Air. Chromie will use her Sandblast, her Deep Breathing, excuse me, to take down the fort. Dragon's Breath, right? Dragon's Breath, sorry. Deep Breathing's level 1. Another Avenging Wrath in from Yrel. Temporal Loop attached to Hanzo. He throws in a Dragon's Arrow. The Mosh Pit from ETC. No, that wasn't a Mosh Pit. I thought I saw the animation, but I think that was his guitar solo activating. Yrel bopped back by Concussion Mine, but she had Arc Defender active. She could be Avenging Wrath over the camp wall. Divine Steed backs away. A lot of heroics burned here. So we still have Judgment and Mosh Pit available. Judgment comes through onto the Rhaegar. Yrel comes in with the Avenging Wrath. There's a root from Malfurion, and Rhaegar will be taken down. Hanzo traded. Junkrat gets it out with a Concussion Mine. As the Curse Bullet finds its way onto Tyrael, he's going to mount up in the mines and back away. Yo, what's up, forget what? You got the itis? You know what solves that? Some coffee or tea. Or maybe an Irish coffee if that's your jam today. I mean, you got a, like, what, a 6-day weekend? I got 2 cups of tea. We're still waking up. Big 55-1 already, so it is going to be guaranteed bigger golem over to the side of Poland here. Scaling stopping around 13-ish minutes, might have been 12. I didn't see properly when the last, or when the 60th skull was picked up. But as I said, like it's a guaranteed stronger golem by comparison. Dragon's Arrow lands on ATC. Ancestral down for 10. Oh, okay, forget what. I was like, wait, what? How did it become a week? I see. Well, the 16 is going to be here on the right side. I don't think Russia's going to be able to step in for this, so Poland will be able to finish this out, get a little bit more experience. ETC heads into the mines with Urel, who's working on the Underworld boss. Alrighty, Templar's Verdict, Colossal Totem, Quantum Overdrive. It is going to be that, it's going to be Alpha Killer, excuse me. So it's basic attacks equal against, Worgen basic attacks against heroes deal bonus damage equal to 3% of the hero's maximum health. I think it'll be Tooth and Claw at level 20, because you get that Razor Swipe range and such. Rel comes over the wall with the Avenging Wrath. You can see power slides onto Panda J. Golem Slam will zone for a moment. 12 to 88. Judgment from Tyrael after the Dragon's Arrow. Ancestral will not be good. Bronick taken down as well. And the members of Russia find the double kill. They lose the objective. But let's see. Top Golem, I mean, depending on who's there to defend. I think Top Golem might be able to take down Fort, but it's so weak at 12. Temporal Loop activated on the Hogger, by the way. Rel comes in with the Avenging Wrath. First bullet onto the Tyrael, but Greymane Razor Swipes to the side. Alright, let's look at these bad boys by comparison. 53,000 with 783. Compared to under 20,000 with 290 damage. That bottom lane duder is strong, but he's probably going to get Fort Gate or Keep Gate. Top lane, as I said, the Fort probably wouldn't be taken down. Endless nades for your Junkrat. Giant Slayer, Headbanger for more % base damage. Moonlit Harmony. Increase the Moonfire heal by 20% and 15% per ally affected by regrowth. You also have the Smite the Wicked for Tyrael.
There are all.
Alright, third golem goes down, and I mean, they didn't even get Keep Gate. This got maybe that much of the fort, like a good 5-10%. What looked like Poland pulling away with the advantage seems to have slipped away in this post-16, post-16 era of the map. Really good engagement of bottom lane onto ETC, and Rhaegar has kind of pushed Russia back into contention for this map number 1. Because it was, I mean, for a while, I mean, it was, what, 2 to 8 in kills? Things looking a little bit better for the left side squad. See if they're able to find more value, or if Poland will shut things down. And of course, I forgot to mention it, the number 2 on Poland has nothing to do with seeding. It's just the second Polish team to sign up. We have a few countries with multiple teams. Sapper camp to be grabbed. Big thing to mention is that there's still forts on the side of Poland, so they have that periodic catapult pressure and the passive experience gain, right? Yeah. It's a 4K difference in passive experience. Heroic kills, obviously, it's half the amount, 4 to 8, but you can see 3,947 to 5,507. Mercenaries is pulling ahead a little bit on the side of Russia. Minions is a big discussion as well. 5,000 experience in just the minions. That's helping out mitigate the passive and that little lead in heroic as well. Judgment from Tyrael. We do have Ardent Defender activated just before the sleep takes course. Actually, it looks like it didn't activate on Urel right there. First bullet finds its way onto Hanzo. The Righteous Hammer pushing back. Sorry, the Staggering Blow pushing back ETC. But Tyrael gets caught in the corridor and will be taken down. His trait hits Alvarez for a 10% death time of reduction. Greymane jumps in, gets hit with the arrow. Chromie time stops it. Riptide from Junkrat connecting. Tranquility from Alfurion Ancestral will be applied to Rinsu. Gets a chain heal from Rhaegar, and no counterplay or punishment out from Russia. Poland gets the kill as the Risen Miner Skulls, or the mines open up, and I think that is going to be the call out from the members of Poland to go into the mines and immediately try and get the bigger golem. Fourth golem of the map. 19 up on both sides. All right. first bad fight to decide this? I don't think we're there yet. I mean, especially with forts available for Poland, they have a little bit of a barrier, and also Russia still has keep gates. I still think there's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of meat to this matchup still. Like, I think there's still gonna be like another 5 minutes. And now I say that there's forts as the bottom lane fort gets taken down on top. So, you know, my point is kind of moot here. Map is pretty equal. Siege-wise, I mean, like, a good team fight for the side of Poland would be better because Greymane Siege with Rhaegar, Yrel, ETC, Chromie is, I think, better than Junkrat, Hanzo, Hogger, Tyrael, Malfurion. Like, if we're talking about, like, sidewall into keep into core, I feel like it's better on the right side. But, you know, as I said, we got a 100-0 Golem. Now, they will get a Golem. He's gonna be significantly weak. 20 talent here on the left-hand side. Tyrael with the Seal of Adrun. You do have your Lunar Shower as well. Riptire for Junkrat with the extra oomph. There's your Golem for bottom lane, 13,900 HP. Top lane, 66,000. Hanzo gets taken down by the Nexus forces. The Riptire from Junkrat is extra oomph, so he's looking for that cooldown and does get it, so he has the reset. Ancestral upgrade with the Farseer's Blessing. We do ride the Lightning Seraphim. That's going to be your Tooth and Claw for Greymane, as well as the Stuck in a Loop for Chromie. There's Mullet going out, not finding a hit. Golem here in top lane should guarantee the keep with the current situation. Without Hanzo and those scatters, that's a really good way to poke at this Golem as well. ETC playing off that initial pressure onto Tyrael. The Tranquility coming up from Malfurion. Panda J will be taken down by a Greymane. Razor Swipe. The Ancestral coming through. Farseer splashing. And what I thought was going to be another 5 minutes on this map might be the end here, as we do have Golem at 50% arriving at this core. Significant damage will be coming through. Temporal Loop and Malfurion on the right-hand side. Ren is getting low, trying to back away from the Stuck in a Loop, and the Stuck in a Loop will pull them back in. Hogger will be taken down. No, he won't actually. He's going to be able to back away on the left-hand side. Junkrat picked up. Hanzo has respawn, but the Golem is working through most of the shielding. Mosh from ETC zones, interrupted by a staggering blow, but that is going to be map number 1. GG, well played. The big Golem pushes in for victory. What's up, Freaky? Happy Saturday, bud. A solid objective. Solid objective push. Thank you, Ashmantle. What's up, E-Bag? How you doing today, bud? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. All right, we're going to go ahead and roll the ads. We'll do the Bandit Redemption, and we will get ready for map number 2 of this series. We got 4 best of 3s. We're in the first one today. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Welcome back, everybody. We are here in map number 2 on the left-hand side. It's going to be Team Russia down in this best of 3 series in the round-robin phase, or the group stage, sorry. So we'll see them on the left-hand side. Let's see if they can find victory here up against Poland 2. On the right side, it will be Poland number 2, which is the second Polish team to sign up. And they are going to be leading. This will be first pick going over the side of Team Russia as the losing side. They opted in for that. And on the right side is going to be Poland number 2, who chose the map Dragonshire. Pan and Orlando, down the road I plan on it. It's just I need to practice how to paint buildings better. And Orlando is it's a lot. So I gotta work my way to that one. But the last painting turned out pretty decent. The Demon Souls inspired one. Alrighty, thank you, Preacher. Appreciate that, bud. Lucio, Brightwing, Malthael, and maybe Sylvanas Band. The 10 heroes we saw on map number 1 cannot be played again, so no Hogger, no Yrel, no Rhaegar. They're gonna get rid of Deathwing. Man, a lot of Deathwing priority ever since the patch. I wonder if he's been getting the stacks at the higher level of play. I haven't had a chance to cast a scrim or anything of that of Deathwing, I don't think, with his baseline Mythic quest now. But he has been drawing a lot of bans in this series, so maybe these players, they scrimmed it and they saw something they didn't like, or, you know, Deathwings are... Because there was a point where right when Fulstead had the changes on W, people were like, oh, dude, you're going to see so much W Fulstead during Meta Madness tournament. And literally, Hazu and Gafflo played it. I asked Hazu, he's like, it was killing in Storm League. It's not that good in this level of play. So I'm kind of, you know, the same kind of caveat with Deathwing here. Like, is it amazing in Storm League and ARAM, but it doesn't play well in competitive? We're going to find out if we ever get a Deathwing. Blaze Jahan on the right side. Maev, Thrall, and Garrosh on the left. For Dragonshire. Gonna need a solo lane or a healer ban. No, they're gonna get rid of Sylvanas. Okay. Wasn't anticipating that. I feel like the last 2 slots are gonna be a solo lane and a healer. I feel like Thrall is gonna be in the 4-man. I don't feel like I see a lot of like true solo lane Thrall. I feel like I see him with the grouping more often. Like Battlefield, for example. I typically see him in the 4-man trying to get Crash Lightning. We do see a Maelstrom weapon solo lane here and there, but I also feel like Maelstrom weapon in the solo lane is really difficult. I've been seeing a lot of Thralls trying to pick up Echo of the Elements, so maybe we see that if this is a solo lane Thrall. Because I feel like Blaze is just not going to give the opportunity for attacks. You have Shield Glares from Johanna. You got Nano Machine Coding as well if this is the solo lane matchup. Hammer was banned as well. Fulstead and Uther on the right side. I really do like the Poland draft. Condemn into Hammer of Justice with a Jump Propulsion. Fulstead, I assume, is auto attack build, which just chunks. Q build could be decent for poke as well. I doubt it's W. I don't know if I should go buy chips or take the car. It's minus 20 Celsius today, and driving for that short ain't good, but also I'm not in the mood to walk. Home dog, if it's a 10-minute walk at minus 20 Celsius, drive the car. Look, if Taylor Swift can take 2 jets across the United States, you should not worry about your emissions, okay? When billionaires are just destroying the planet, you can drive, you can do a short drive. Minus 20 Celsius, that's where I draw the line. Hell no. I live in the mountains and I wouldn't want to be in minus 20 Celsius. Ugh, no. Ooh. Ana and Li Ming with the Garrosh, Thrall, Maev. So it is going to be solo lane Thrall. Nano boosted Decimate Garrosh is what I want to see. No, I mean, honestly, Nano boosted Garrosh Decimate is not bad. It could be Maev, actually, Nano boosted with Fan of Knives and stuff. Probably Li Ming. Zagara with the Fulstead, Uther, Johanna, Blaze. Not too bad. Let's get into it, everyone. Map number 2, the Twitch Gamble is it going. All right. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. And it's still stuffy. Gosh. I worry about my mission, but mostly after eating beans / Chinese food. Okay. Forget what making the full transition to dad. I love it. I encourage it. I was thinking it's not good for the car in that cold. Oils and stuff not getting warm. Oh, well, I mean, you could always just go out, warm the car, and then take it. Also, like, yeah, it's bad for the car, but you could also just. I don't think it's going to destroy it personally, but I'm not a mechanic by any means. Left side, Team Russia, Ren on the Ana, Ubi on the Thrall, Mai on the Li Ming. We got Panda J on Garrosh and Player on the Maev. Poland on the right side, Alvarez is playing your Zagara. Ridzu is going to be your Blaze. A Sisyphos on the Fulstead. Bronik, Uther, and Birchu, Johanna. Contact healing, echo the elements for the Thralls we were talking about in the draft.
3,
Aetherwalker, Li Ming. Unrivaled
1.
Strength for Garrosh. A Corpse Feeder, Zagara. Zealous Glare. You do have your nice Memento. Enhanced Agility, so like Adrenaline Stim Pack for the Blaze. Wave of Light for Uther and Fulstead. I assume it's auto build. I doubt it's W. I could see a Q. Are they really considering dishonorable discharge here? Nah, it's gonna be a frequent flyer. Alright. Left and right camps will be grabbed for the top lane. Bruiser camps, I mean. Zagara will start spreading creep in bottom lane. And as you can see, the creep tumors are losing health. Can you guys see that? You can indeed. Cool. So you can see that's one of the changes that came most recently is that they just lose health instead of having a timer. Ubi is going to try and invade this. Will be taken down. Big toss from Garage. Double kill onto Blaze and Uther, and the camp is stolen away. A massive start for Team Russia with this invade. They lose their Thrall, but honestly, getting the double kill and the camp, you walk away happy after that, in my opinion. Camp will get some damage onto the fort. Minion wave being pushed up. Should see an Inspire coming up from Maiev. Fan of Knives, you need the auto attack to trigger it. Spirit of Vengeance to the left-hand side, and it looks like the camp will be cleared away. Gets some siege on top. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Li Ming is battling up against Cigar, who's just going to dump Banelings into the face of this minion wave. What do we got going on for mid lane? Birchu is going to be harassed a little bit. The Sleep Dart misses. Magic Missiles fire out. Even see that the roaches here, they're just naturally losing health. Nothing's hitting them. Well, that magic missile did, but you can see here with this roach, it's just rapidly losing HP. Alrighty, pinned down from Maiev, debilitating dart for the Ana. That one's a hard one sometimes. Indomitable, Triumvirate, Monetize, Subdue, sorry. Hammer Gains, Pursuit of Justice is going to be your Incinerator Gauntlets, and Cigar with the Venom Spine. Just some early game talents for y'all to hear about, as we do have Umbral Bind with the Into the Fray. Big damage coming through. Team Russia with the combos as Bronik lands the stun. Blaze came in with the Jet Propulsion, but it ain't enough for a kill. It's Uther who will sadly be taken down. 3-1 in kills. Sleep Dart going out from Ana, not connecting. Volstead continuing to clear out wave. Avoids the Arcane Orb. Should have a hammering for the delay. Looks like Blaze will be able to get the Sunshine. Ming blinks in. Magic Missiles avoided as Volstead's able to get behind the gate. Steps up for the globes. So it looks like creep tumors are like 1 HP per second, right? 1, 2, 3. Ah, it's actually a little bit faster. Is there... Oh, actually, oh my god, it actually shows us the negative regen? Oh, you love to see it. Whoa, dude, negative regen for the Hydralisk is 59. I don't know if that rounds or not. Oh, that's cool. All right, we're gonna have to check the roaches as well for science. Nope, that's Baneling. Come on, Roach, let me click on you. I don't care about the fight. Minus 41.5. That's actually really cool. I'm so glad that's actually in the information thing. Wait. Oh, they probably just scaled. They probably just got to level 7. I was like, how did that jump up in the negative regen? Johanna's going to be stepping up here. Spirit of Vengeance from Maiev. Panda J is low. Sleep Dart goes out. No one's there. Li Ming throws some magic missiles back. That's really cool. Honestly, that's actually nice to be able to see and kind of know. Does look like the negative scaling does, or the negative regen per second does scale with level. So let's check it at level 8 here in a second. We'll have to check new roaches though. Yeah, it actually looks like creep tumors. It actually did update. It did update. It went from 1.30 to 1.35. Okay, cool. All right, my science is done. I'll focus in on the game. Shut up, AI. No one likes you. Sorry, my phone. We have our information to cycle at the bottom of the screen. False barrels in the top lane. Ubi is going to take a big chunk of damage. The Feral Spirit goes out. And Falstad will be able to take down the Thrall. We do in the bottom lane have the Sleep Dart connecting out of the Johanna. Fan Knives coming out from Maiev. 3-2 in kills. Half a level lead just about. And what do we got for heroics though? Blaze going to try and get the Jagger Knight mid, but he'll be interrupted by Panda. Ridzu gets a couple autos onto the wave. Thrown in. Jet Propulsion to the safety of the right side of the lane. Does activate that adrenaline stim pack as you saw the little lightning bolt go over his head. Umblabine pulling Zagara back in bottom lane. Alvarez is being chased by a player. Luther's here though for the heal. Johanna shield glare. And Venom Spine goes out. This is the... Not Zealous Glare, sorry. The Containment Disc will come out from Maiev and connects on to Johanna to lay things out. It is Decimate, Garrosh, Wave of Force, Nano Boost, and Thrall. Maybe Earthquake? I wasn't kidding either in the draft about Nano Boosted Garrosh. It is wicked fun. Sundering for the Thrall. It's pretty much a common one that I see. Instead, trying to get the channel. Li Ming does not have the interrupted wave of force. Blaze activating the adrenaline stim pack, clearing out the wave. And so first Dragonite, 6 minutes in, will be picked up by the right side. Team Poland, Blessed Shield, Gust, Devouring Maw, Bunker, and Divine Shield. Those are all your heroics ready to rock and roll. Johanna steps out of the bush. Condemn is active. Mid-air, there's a nano boost onto Li Ming. She steps in with Arcane Orb, Magic Missiles, but the Blessed Shield denies any further chase from her. Li Ming tries to get a bit more combo into Beerchu, blinks him with the Calamity level 7, and Johanna will fall to about 25% of her soul, but during that chase, during that aggression, during all of that, top lane Fort will be taken down, 38 stacks on your Thrall, so he's got one milestone so far. He's getting close to the second one, for the Chain Lightning bouncing to an additional time, or bouncing an additional time, and gaining an extra charge. The Mythic. Yeah, they actually did. It is called Mythic. Wait, did they update Falsteads as well? Okay. I think Gul'dan is the only person that actually didn't have their Pinnacle quest updated to Mythic. Gul'dan, oh, Falstead, nice barrel roll. Gul'dan's Echoed Corruption still says Pinnacle. 124 for the Falstead. He's getting close to that second round of upgraded damage from 20 to 70. And he's going to be looking for that 300 stack at the end for the 195 increased damage. And the Thrall, didn't Mythic have a little bit of change on this as well? After killing 100 enemies, Chain Lightning now strikes the same target multiple times. That's right, yes. It also strikes one additional target per bounce. That's right, that's what it is. They did change the verbiage and the activation on that a little bit, so I'm curious to see if we get those 100 stacks and we can see how it visually looks from, because it used to say it forked and it no longer has the terminology of forking. It just says strike the same target multiple times. Interesting. Yo, what's up, Bobby? How you doing, bud? You're in time for the second map in the first best of 3 of the day. Hopefully your Saturday is treating you all well. Welcome in. Thanks for hanging out, lurking, chatting. Hopefully your drinks are delicious and your breakfast is great. Top lane wave is being pushed up. Bruiser camp on the left side still 3 minutes away. Blaze, I think, might get a wave over here. Decimate into the Indomitable with the Wrecking Ball. Nano boost applied to Li Ming. The Divine Shield will be self-cast on the Bronic. Magic Missiles and Arcane Orbs missing. Onto Falstad and Johanna. Kaimo out here getting ideas for his next fanfic. Uther's still working through that wave of light level 1, 39 of the 60 stacks. Falstead very close. If he actually finishes up this wave, he will get that extra 50 damage up to 70. As W is applied to Panda. Lightning Rod hits here and there, and Falstead's going to be one enemy shy. Zagara got pulled back in bottom lane by the Emerald Bind, but Devouring Maw captures Gera. She should get another level 7 stack. Oh, maybe it was on cooldown. And Venom Spine applied to Panda J there. Falstead flying into top, centering from Thrall. Tower shots onto Blaze. The Pyromania was activated. He jumps into the bunker, and they're going to try and disengage. Sorry, Li Ming is here for a little bit of poke. This is the wave of force. Twin Flames coming out. Ritsu is trying to back off. The Blink heals are getting some damage in. Blaze is trying to get out of here. Johanna with the condemn. Meanwhile, above, Ritsu misses the jet propulsion. The gust will be used. Li Ming blinks in again. Magic Missiles firing out. Falstead barrel rolls. And Blaze will be taken down. A 4th kill to the side of Team Russia as Zagara will hold the Moon Shrine. Sun Shrine held by Li Ming. Neutral objective. No channel for the Dragonite in mid. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, I got you all casting. What'd you guys get me? Would you guys get Bandit? I forgot it was even Valentine's Day. Oh, we're playing D&D on Valentine's Day. Oh, I wonder if our DM will be has a nice Valentine's Day themed session for us. I laugh because I don't think Stark even realizes it either. All right, 79 stacks for your Thrall of the 100. He does go into the Thunderstorm level 16. Speaking of said 16, is going to be available on the right side as well for Team Poland. Benediction's a big one. Juggernaut plating as well for Blaze. You wish you probably had that during the Li Ming pressure previously. Holy Renewal as well. My Undying support, nice. Viewers. Wait, you got me more viewers? I think that's illegal. I think that's against Twitch TOS. For Valentine's Day, Stark got us a total party kill. I can roll out that Warlock I've been thinking about. Dude. Well, Zach, you might need more than just chips when you get to the store. might see if they got that hot chocolate machine working. Benediction from Uther activated. There's a Divine Shield on the Johanna. A Devouring Maw captures Garrosh. Li Ming will take down Johanna. That does give a reset over to her. Bronik is trying to back away, and Uther will fall. Another reset to Li Ming. And it is going to be 6-3 in kills. Team Russia pulling ahead here, which it looks like this should be Ubi finishing this milestone. That's a lot of bounces. Does Bunker lose health over time? The next time Bunker comes down, I will do my best to click on it. Let me click on something that goes away right now. This fort, maybe? Actually, here, I'll click on a roach. I'll do my best to click on Bunker next time. It's honestly a solid question. Since we're in the observer mode, it's nice to see all these little things. Alright, Shield Glare's coming up from Johanna. As she pops the Iron Skin, looks to back away. Oil Slick slows down Garrosh, but he's going to be able to walk out of that. No Indomitable needed. That's really fast wave clear. I'm curious with Thunderstorm being done, with the increased damage of how that would be as well. All right, so Bunker is available, so we'll just do our best to keep an eye on that one. Full step barrel rolling into play off of that damage. Don't know why they didn't chase in further. I felt like they could have gone for Garrosh. I think there was Cigar pressuring Li Ming, and there was a call to maybe go for her. Unfortunately, no kill onto Li Ming will be achieved. Thrall's going for the Sunshine. Falstad going for the Moonshine in the bottom. Clears out the Kata first. Nicely done, but with Falstad showing bottom. Alright, this is going to be... Blaze should have Bunker summoned here soon. Jet Propulsion splashing into a few enemies. There's going to be a stun from Uther as well. And no Bunker summoning. The members of Poland, they need to find... They got to find a kill or a good fight. Otherwise, they're just going to be turtled up for about a level for that 20, and that should give Dragonite to the enemy. Li Ming. Magic Missile, Arcane Orb, Falstad barrel rolls out of that. Creep Tumor's currently losing almost 2 health per second now. So Maiev with Nice and Memento on bottom is going to grab this camp. Blaze is currently holding top. And the 20 talent here will be here for the side of Russia. Looks like they're going to try and grab... Oh, they're going to try and double camp it. That's why. It's like they don't have Dragonite set up here. I see what they're doing then. Okay, cool. Luther with a Wave of Light is almost done. 2 stacks needed for him. Cigar at 6 of 12 on her Bile Drop. Vigorous Volter picked up automatically with the 20. You hear the music change. Thrall is going to be going into the Elemental Momentum. Basic decks reduce Thrall, basic and heroic ability cooldowns by quarter of a second, tripled against heroes, so 0.75. You do have Deadly Calm for the Garrosh. That is going to be the Shadow Orb Huntress as well. Repulsion. I mentioned the Nano Infusion as well. The Deadly Calm, by the way, heroes hit by Decimate deal 40% less damage for 3 seconds. So Shane Lightning's pounce around. We do have Johanna stepping out, looking down. The Iron Skin, Wave of Light is done. Divine Shield is utilized on Johanna. She backs away. The containment is missing. Sundering was used by Thrall as well. Chain Lightning poking out rapidly. The bottom lane fort is getting dropped a little bit. We have Falstad setting up for a potential flank. Gust but there's no wind tunnel or anything like that. Gust into the Condemn is good with the Blessed Shield as well. There's going to be Benediction. Multiple stuns coming through. Devouring Maw finds the Maiev. That's Bronick being taken down. That's going to be Bunker Sum by Blaze. I didn't see a timer on that, but I might have clicked on the wrong thing. Johanna falls, and I think Rush is going to take us to a map number 3, everybody.
Blue team has destroyed a core. Red team's core is under attack.
Sleeping play is so on point right now. Umbral Bind, Ridzu will be taken down. Li Ming gets a reset. Wave of Force misses onto Falstad. He tries to get some damage onto her, gets hit with the Containment Disc. Indomitable from Garrosh right next to the Containment Disc, and he gets taken down. Tower Shot into Ubi almost thwarts the Thrall, as it looks like there's no Finland to be achieved here. Umbral Bind pulls back at the Zagara, but she does not fall, so no sound clip there. But hey, our first best of 3 of the day. It's going the distance. We got a map number 3. You like to see it. Whew. 30,000. Wow. All right, well, that means we got a map number 3. We'll roll out some ads. If you got a Prime Gaming or anything like that, do consider it. I believe we are 10 subs away from our second movie night for March, which is looking like March is going to be a bunch of spoof movies is kind of what we're leaning into. We've already got Spaceballs on the docket for that one. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Let's go ahead and roll out the ads and get ready for more action, fun, and Nations Cup. Are you serious right now? You're really going to start out with a Cho ban? Oh my god, dude. I'm upset. Vikings banned. Stitches removed. Sorry I'm late from lunch, boss. The dude wouldn't let me out. Yeah, exactly. I got held hostage by the buffet. It's good, don't get me wrong. It's a good buffet. I've been there before. I went with some friends one night, but like, it's just, I just want to take out. I just want to get in and out with some takeout. That's it. All right, Towers of Doom. We have Choban, Lost Vikings, Gul'dan, and Stitches will be removed. All right, there's no Dahaka thus far in this first best 3 of the day, so Dahaka could be a hot priority for either team. Brightwing is going to be grabbed with the worst skin you can have. Okay, so 1 globe on the left side. Abathur's still up, which could be utilized here. It's a pretty decent map for him. That's a very quick Sergeant Hammer with the Anduin as well. I don't think they're gonna go for Medivh. You know what I'd love to see Brightwing take at level 4 is the Dream Shot. The amount of value that Dream Shot would bring to the table against a hammer is really strong. So I'd love for the idea of Dream Shot level 4, because the Center of the Arcane Flare triggers your healing proc, or procs your healing AoE effect. That's probably a better way to say it. And then with Dream Shot, if you land the Center of the Arcane Flare on an enemy hero, you set the cooldown to 2 seconds. There was a Brightwing a long time, like I think it was like EU Captain's Clash or something like that, where a Brightwing had like double the healing of the enemy healer, or maybe like triple the healing of the enemy healer, but it was against the Sergeant Hammer, and they just kept literally throwing in Arcane Flare after Arcane Flare with Dream Shot level 4, and just kept getting procs onto the allies. So that's what I'd like to see. We'll see. You also could go Greater Polymorph level 1 for the range increase, and that synergizes with Dream Shot for cooldown off the Center of the Arcane Flare on your Polymorph and on the level 4. So good synergies there. I have a gut feeling it's just going to be Hyper Shift with Magic Spit and Soothing Mist. I have that gut feeling, but there's some cool tech there. Just want to bring it up in case you didn't know. Abathur and Diablo will be banned away. I honestly did not see an Abathur play for Team Russia at all, but I guess Poland knows something, or they just don't want to deal with Abathur and Mule. All right, so we're getting New Muradin, and New Deathwing. Not really Murden had a lot more changes in the earlier, like 1, 4, and 7. And his Stormbolt baseline changes. We'll talk about that in the game. And then Deathwing had some changes as well on his baseline. He also had some damage adjustments as well, which I don't remember off the top of my head, but you can use exclamation patch for all that information. Genji, Dahaka, Brightwing, they'll pick up a variant. I'd like for this to be a mage for burst. Not crazy about the Cassia, but it's good poke. Probably Valkyrie is the reason they want to go for that. I just think, like, Charge Taunt from Varied with a Blizzard Jaina is not too bad. Deathwing, Muradin, Anduin, Hammer. They need a little bit more protection for the Hammer, I feel. I feel like this is going to be another Bruiser, like Imperious, to try and... I think the Imperious is really good because a lot of, like, there's, like, Dahaka wants to step up, Cassia wants to step up, Varian wants to step up. Celestial Charge is a good counter into that step up, or that charge, basically, from Varian and Cassia's with Fend and Charge, literally. So the Imperious pickup is absolutely solid here. I love it. Love it. Really good play. Good protection for the Hammer. Let's see what we got going on. Map number 3. They seem to struggle with damage. Who? Russia? They got a lot of good poke. I gotta be honest, my draft analysis on Imperious being picked, it brings such, like, elation to me. Because that's what I always say, like, Dreadnought was the best caster because, an analysis, because he didn't sit there and go like, ooh, my crystal ball predicts this. He's like, no, the reason that you grab this is for these reasons, and always try and do that myself, but man. Sometimes when the tea is flowing and the drafts, you know, you see through the miasma, it just feels good. All right, map number 3 in our first best of 3 of the day. We got 4 best of 3s for all of you, so figure out who's gonna be victorious here in this map 3, and then get ready for our next series. Should be pretty much ready to go immediately after this. Russia on the left-hand side, Dahaka, Genji, Cassia, Varian, and Brightwing. Look at that sportsmanship right there from Birchu. Poland on the right side. Hammer, Deathwing, Imperious, Anduin, Muradin. So the baseline for Muradin: basic attack enemies affected by stuns, slows, or roots. Slows or rooted enemies grant 1 stack. Stunned enemies provide 2 stacks. Upon hitting 50 stacks, Stormbolt pierces. Sorry, excuse me. I drank tea too quickly. Stormbolt pierces to hit an additional target, and Muradin basic attacks reduce the cooldown of Stormbolt by 0.5 at the 200, which is actually really hard to get in my opinion. Stormbolt range increased by 50%, width increased by 100, and now pierces all targets. Muradin 3rd win level 1. We'll see if he goes into Sledgehammer or Perfect Storm. I played it in ARAM for science, and I felt like I had to misposition a lot to try and get these stacks done. But honestly, the piercing with Perfect Storm, because if Perfect Storm kills an enemy, you get a reset, and minions count. So I was piercing a target, hitting a minion, and then getting another Stormbolt activation. We'll talk about Deathwing in a second here, because we have a camp phase. Dahaka brush talking in as well. Hammer set up with her siege mode active. Genji comes in with some shurikens onto Hammer. She's gonna Hyper Thruster to the side. The phase shift from Brightwing will be utilized, and she is gonna be Greater Polymorph level 1. Lion's Fang Varian. Charge Strikes, Agile Dismount, as well as your Enhanced Agility. 3rd Wind, Even-Handed Blessing, Burn the Pure, Dragon Soul, and Advanced Artillery for the Hammer here. But Hour of Twilight, which, yeah, this tooltip is incorrect. It says 1,900. When you play it, it's correct. When you look at it as an observer, it reads incorrectly, which is weird to me. Celestial Charge going out. But it is going to be so, enemies hit by Molten Flame grant 1 stack, score a takedown, which is such weird phrasing in Heroes of Storm, get a kill, and you get 50 stacks. After reaching 2,000 stacks, Deathwing brings on the Hour of Twilight Cataclysm periodic damage to structures increased by 2,500%. And that Deathwing drop down confirms the first kill, 50 stacks. I played this in an ARAM, and I got to like 1,400-ish in like 18 minutes, and we had gotten a lot of kills. We had like 20 kills or something. I did get a lot of stackage from Molten Flame, and I did do science as well. Molten Flame's Conflagration, which has that, you know, burning value, does not give you extra periodic stacking. I don't believe the tooltip says anything about it. Because in my head, you know, you think it would with, you know, the target burning still from Molten Flame. Because, like, they actually took the time to mention in Thrall's Tempest Fury that it doesn't provide additional stackage to quests. So, either way. Magic Spit for the Brightwing, no Dream Shot. Sort of surprised by it by a little bit, but Magic Spit is really strong. 1.1 range increase. Cooldown reduction on your Soothing Mist. You'll see Critical Miss level 7, which will synergize well into that. Genji's going to harass on the right side a little bit. He is Shuriken Mastery, so he's going to try and get a few stacks up against the big raid boss Deathwing. Couple auto attacks from the Dragon chase out. Dahaka brush talking into the center area as they do get the left side. Genji still rotating in. Going to try and grab 2 shots or 2 bell towers here on the side of Russia. Thunderclap comes down from Muradin. 21 baseline stacks for him. As Deathwing gets to the right side, he'll take flight. Deathwing also can no longer change forms on the ground. He can only change forms upon landing. Of course, the flight cooldown has been significantly reduced, as well as the the cooldown trigger if he's taking damage trying to fly. Onslaught in from Deathwing. Been seeing a lot of Destroyer form. Not as much World Breaker as we previously saw. Onslaught again in. Dragon Soul currently active. Right? That's the Dragon Soul? No, it's the Heat Wave. The Heat Wave is what's going on, right? Yeah, the Heat Wave is that AoE that we're seeing in the Destroyer form. Okay. Deathwing takes flight again. Yo, what's up, Vita? Good to see you today, bud. Happy Saturday. And happy Saturday to everyone else lurking and all that good stuff. Thanks for being here. Appreciate all the hangs and the fun. Shurikens poke into the bush. Hammer looks to push up the wave. And it looks like they're just going to clear things out realistically. Imperius going for the channel will be interrupted by a Cassia Q. Lightning Fury for 1 delay. Mine set up in another bush as well. Deathwing is going to soak up top lane. 7 talents here. Actually, it's level 8 almost coming up on both sides. Deathwing will take the death drop. Hitting enemy heroes with Destroyer or World Breaker landing reduces their spell armor by 15 for 6 seconds. And Deathwing ability cooldown by 2 seconds. Right? Incinerate, Wing Flap into an Onslaught bite. We are still contesting the first objective with Boss laughing in the background, which means it's 5 minutes in. Varian's done with Lion's Maw level 1. The extra slow value is now going to be is available. So increased to 50% and duration by 2. 2. Or by or 2. Yeah, increased to 2. Deathwing is getting harassed by Genji. Beerchu going for the channel, interrupted by some Shurikens, repositions. Looks like Muradin build is looking pretty standard, so no other Stormbolt quest, no other Stormbolt talents to be grabbed. Stormbolt misses onto Ubi. Thunderclap comes down the ground. A couple auto attacks here and there. Chastise lands. Dahaka burrows. Lurk Restrained. Bonks back. Muradin. Warp tosses in. We do have a taunt from Varian onto the Imperius on the left-hand side. His Molten Armor is going to be interrupted, or at least, expiring soon. Genji Deflect is activated. Insane back and forth for the first objective, I gotta be honest. I don't think I've ever seen a first objective contested this heavily as Cassie avoids the Stormbolt of Muradin zigging and zagging. Hammer continues to shell the wave. Genji almost done with Shuriken Mastery as well. Jumps in for another stack, 54 of 60. Enhanced agility on 3. Dahaka Brushstock. Off a cooldown, 20 seconds on a well tap for him. Cassia fends in. Variant charges. Taunt onto Hammer. Into an auto attacks landing. The Chastise misses. It is Surge of Light level 4. Dahaka brush-talking in the Valkyrie finds Anduin. X-Strike from Genji. Swift Strike through. Isolation will land onto the Hammer. The drag lands on Muradin. He will be taken down. That is going to be Shurikens done by Genji. And that timer's not that long, so I assume that, yeah, this is just going to be straight up channel. But invade on the right side camp. Dahaka goes back to double soaking. Isolation, Valkyrie, X-Strike charge for Varian, and a, Warbringer for the Varian. Blink heal for the Brightwing. Bellowing Roar, Blunt Force Gun. Light Bomb, Avatar, and Imperius is Angelic Armament, maybe? I've been seeing a lot of Wrath of Angiris, and it is Wrath of Angiris, actually. Alright. Deathwing is full on HP. That was that Sky Grumble you just heard. He'll drop down, minus 15 spell armor, Wrath of Angiris to abduct Varian. The Light Bomb timing! Bellowing Roar feels a bit over the top, but you know what? Sometimes to take down the enemy, you just need to throw an entire fridge at them. And that's what Deathwing is, a fridge. He's humongous. We have this camp stolen away on the left side. Furious heads to top lane. I think he's just going for soak. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be interrupting Dahaka here. Granted, this wave is thinning out really quickly. Dahaka's shown it a little bit, and Dahaka's actually going to leash the camp. Furious is going to check. He sees that the camp was being worked on. Will he charge a bush or anything? Dahaka works on the wave. Okay. Bottom lane, Deathwing has joined him with the allies. Onslaught in. The tactic that I've seen from the two Deathwings at this level of play has been no Molten Flame at all. I have not seen... It's been pretty much Destroyer form. That's it. Like Onslaughts, which is that lunge, and the Incinerate with the Wing Clap. No Molten Flame activation. Really interesting to me. Punching my mic. Deathwing stepping in. Another Incinerate. Right Wing is going to Arcade Flare. Polymorph onto Muradin. And it is Imperious delayed on the top right. It is double objective. Yeah, see Genji jumping in with some shurikens. He does have that reset value from his shuriken mastery after hitting 60 heroes cyber agility, which is the D. Now refunds 3 charges of shurikens. So you get your hits in, you hit your D, and you get another few hits in. Bellowing Roar, Valkyrie, Light Bomb, but Hammer's trying to back away. Imperious and Genji will trade shots. And the course sits still 4-point difference, 32 to 28, as Muradin will be taken down. The Blunt Force gun fired by Hammer. And that'll be the end of this. Gloves. I always mess this up. Gloves of Alacrity. I looked it up. It's Alacrity. Not Alacrity. Alacrity. We got it. We finally got it. But yes, Gloves of Alacrity. Could I tell you what the definition of that word is? Nope. But I can pronounce it now. Shin Gun, Ferocious Stalker, Mortal Strike. That is going to be Pixie Power. No, Pixie Boost. Sorry, Pixie Power's purple. Pixie Boost. Stormbolt going through. Celestial Charge misses on the left side. Taunt from Varian onto the Imperious. Deathwing drops down. Some minus spell armor, the Wrath of Angiris, the Dahaka drag onto Muradin, who does have the Avatar. The Valkyrie does not pull. It's still going to be Imperious taken down. Muradin trying to back away. Deathwing with the onslaught in. Muradin jumps back in with a Stormbolt piercing onto 2 because he's post 50 stacks. That's a drag onto Muradin. Varian falls. Anduin saves. Cataclysm goes in, but Deathwing is in an awkward bush as he's going to onslaught to the side. The Blunt Force gun as the Deathwing does get credit, by the way, for that Genji kill I was watching. Was 150 jumping to 200. A tenth of the way through his stacks. Muradin going in with another Dwarf Toss. Deathwing, by the way, is the Fire and Fury base attacks against rooted, slowed, or stunned enemy heroes deal 40% additional damage and reduce the cooldowns of Deathwing's basic abilities by 0.5 seconds. Bottom lane bell tower going down. 5 shots shall fire into the core of Team Russia. Great anchoring from Muradin already. I didn't expect Imperious to be delayed, but just Muradin already setting up for that was nice. Alacrity should mean increased weapon speed, I think. Oh, okay, thank you, Shoplifter. Welcome in. Happy Saturday, bud. Muradin with a Dwarf Toss. Genji avoids the Light Bomb activation with an X-Strike. The Bell Tower is getting negative shots. The banner from Varian will come through and deny some of the damage, but now that banner's gone. Minus 40 armor on Panda J. It is Genji taking down Muradin, looking to pressure onto Brightwing. Celestial Charge misses. That's going to be Panda J, so very low, but able to back away. And Hammer and friends push up the wave here in bottom. Avatar expired. 58 seconds on that cooldown. And Sapper camps, a minute 22, 44 seconds, single objective in the bottom. Positioning is really good for the side of Poland, as they will be able to have control of the rotation in. The enemy team can only really rotate in through this camp area or come directly down through mid lane. Obviously, they're not going to run past this bell tower. 9 stacks on Dahaka, 63 for your Murden baseline, 200 baseline for the Deathwing. Genji and Varian are done with their respective questing talons. It is going to be Banner of Stormwind from the Varian. Critterize, Final Cut, Elongated Tongue. You see the Martial Law. Deathwing level 16 is Gaze onto Destruction. Hitting heroes with Destroyer or Worldbreaker landing causes their damage to be reduced by 75% and slows them for 40% for 2 seconds. Sorry, 5 seconds. I can't read. 5 and 2s apparently look exactly the same. Imposing Presence Muradin. Nice into the Cassia. Hammer getting a few autos out. Genji in the top lane and Dahaka putting some pressure onto Deathwing, but he should be fine to back off. Imperius will go for this channel. And it looks like it's going to be a 22-28 game. 6-point difference between these two teams. And Team Poland pulling ahead in Towers 2. Muradin flanking onto Cassia. She gets a cleanse from Brightwing. Chastise misses. Dahaka's back in mid lane. Genji's gonna jump over the wall with Cyber Agility just to join his allies safely. Deathwing looks like he dropped down. Yeah, he just dropped down into mid lane. Oh my god, the first time I'm seeing Molten Flame. Actually, no, he used it at the beginning of the game, but it's funny to me that no Deathwing player that I've seen so far is trying to hit Molten Flame for questing stacks. It's just been Fate. That's a good Cataclysm in. Bellowing Roar only hitting onto Varian. Wrath of the Jeers. The Leap of Faith on the Muradin was great. He Dwarf Tossed back in with Avatar afterwards. Onslaught from Deathwing. 100 stacks have been grabbed. Deathwing wants to go in. Valkyrie pulls Anduin in! Oh no! Deathwing kind of like moved to the side. I think... Oh, yeah, that's awkward. I think Anduin was pulled either way. Deathwing takes flight. 300 of the 2,000 stacks needed. Muradin was 70 on his Storm Bolts. The 50 mark is the most important, realistically. Getting to 200 is kind of just cool beans. I doubt these sappers get fed in through bottom. Cassia Brightwing poke should be enough. Dahaka against Imperius in the top lane. Looks like Imperius is going to set up on the right. Genji is respawned, so is Varian. I assume it's going to be bottom to Poland, right side to Poland, left side to Russia. Unless Russia tries to delay. They do have the level lead. Where is that coming from? I'm assuming it's minion experience. Wow!
The altars in my name.
That 41,000 to 34,000 minion experience. Wild. Muradin bottom lane is going to be able to dwarf toss the side after he does get his avatar activated. He does have third win level 1, so he's going to let that trigger. Faster rate, higher threshold. We got a 12 to 25 game. So the 10 shots did go in, taking them down from 22 to 12. Only 3 shots onto the right side from 28 to 25 as Anduin takes down Brightwing. Well, Deathwing top lane, working on this camp. I don't think Dahaka's going to be able to do too much here. Bellowing Roar is available. Wait. Dahaka? He just gives this to Dahaka? That's actually really surprising. I mean, maybe he was anticipating the Genji or something like that. Huh. I thought the Deathwing was gonna play that a little bit more aggressive, but maybe they had knowledge of the Genji rotation. The 75% damage debuff and slow for 40% for 5 seconds is huge. Yeah, indeed. 20 talents here, though. Contagion, Living Weapon. That's Rock Stopper, right? No, Titan's Revenge. Rock Stopper's blue, I guess. I guess that's an easy way to remember it is blue for rocks. I don't know. Figure that one out. Lord of the Alliance and Invisible Friends. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Freaky. That Genji had been missing for a little bit, so it was just like he might have been lurking around. I had Dahaka brush talks in, the Leap of Faith comes through. I thought I saw the animation for isolation, but I did not. Alright, so bottom bell tower picked back up on the left side. Impervious, you have the, I believe that's Arrival of God, Ultra Capacitors, Surge of Light for the Anduin, the Censure for Anduin, and Muradin Wait, Unstoppable Force, interesting. Wrath of Angiers from the Imperius will take Varian back over the right side. Stormbolt from Murden landing. The Blunt Force Gunfire in as well. Cataclysm from Deathwing. What? Imperius lived? Genji goes down? And now we have a chase on to this Cassia. She gets a blink kill from Brightwing. Muradin a little bit low. The Celestial Charge lands onto the Dahaka. He burrows with the Lurker Strain Bong. Muradin. Unstoppable Force. While active Avatar grants 20 armor and causes Muradin basic attacks to reduce the cooldown of Thunderclap and Dwarf Toss by 0.75 seconds. So 8 shots go into the left side core, taking them down to 4 HP, which boss is GG. Variant delay. Deathwing, by the way, 400 stacks. So they're going to start boss, but because of it's a little split. Imperius and Deathwing can delay this out. That's not a problem. 13 seconds on Genji, 20 for the Cassia. And I think Team Poland, they just want victory, so they are going to go for this. It's a little split, but I think they have enough poke and stuff to... Yeah. Deathwing, unfortunately, has to step up. He doesn't have World Breaker active. He can't swap to it. He'd have to take flight, wait a few seconds, and then drop down, which would just leave Imperius alone. So they just sit here, they step up, they delay. Now Genji and Cassie have respawned. I think Genji came through the center teleport. Cassie is going to use it as well. Muradin scouts that. Banner comes down the left-hand side. Genji jumps in with some shurikens. Deathwing did take flight. Full on HP. Cataclysm and Bellarmore are available. Deathwing drops down onto Brightwing and Varian. Onslaught in. Huge damage onto the Brightwing. Celestial Charge follows up the Stormbolt. Big bellowing roar will set up the kill into Cassia. As now we do have Genji deflect active. Rizu is so very low. Ubi wants the kill. Deathwing shall go down. The Chastise lands onto Dahaka. Varian taunt. We do have Dahaka still taken down. Varian now trying to back away. Panda J will be the next one to be taken down. Genji jumps in. X-Strike with Living Weapon gets the reset. He's going to be taken down. And now, can Birchu get the kill onto Ren for the Finland? We have the channel from Bose. And that'll be Team Poland taking a 2-1 victory in our first best of 3 of the day. GG, well played. What a great Towers of Doom back and forth. You guys see the Deathwing stats. That's what I'm really curious about here. Decent damage. All right, we got our next best of 3 coming up. I believe it is going to be Netherlands versus France 3. We'll take a look here in a second and get going.